Oh, nakedness. I never did a naked podcast. This is gonna be good. I mean, I wore my special underwear for that.
I love it. You have a special underwear to buy it for you, baby?
Not if I want to be naked.
No, I know. When you get old, you don't give a f.
Don't touch anything. It's the greatest find yet. Nothing compares to it.
But it's definitely something you should hear.
This is The Real Deal with Larry Lawton.
Welcome to The Real Deal with me, Larry Lawton. I have a great show. It is our 200th episode. So we have a great show. I am literally sitting here naked with 4 other people who are naked. The producer's naked. Mac is naked, who runs Secrets. He's the general manager of Secrets. Thank you for coming, Mac.
Thank you so much for having me.
We have Angie, who is going to be working or is going to work here, and she's a beautiful woman sitting here naked. And, of course, we have Carol, who's also naked. And, you know, I just want, we've been promoting this show. And first I want to thank my sponsor, of course, Oliva Cigar. They are the best. Thank you, Oliva. You've been with us since the beginning. We have my cigars, the Crooked Diamond. We have my book, Gangster Redemption. And we will be having another show. And Mac is a author of Sex, Chicken, and Cocoa Butter. So that's pretty wild. I am actually in the middle of reading this book, and it's pretty good, man. We're on chapter 5, Nick, I think it was. We had 5 or something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
6 I think.
Chapter 6, pretty good. And, I found out a lot about Mac during this show, but we're going to do another show, Mac, with you.
I'm excited about that one as well.
Yeah, so we're naked, and, it's about nudity. And it's not a dirty show, people know. But listen, guys out there, if you're watching this, you're going to see us all naked. You're going to see the young ladies, and you can see even Mac. I touted it, and I said nobody's allowed in here without being fully naked, because it puts you at a different kind of I think I don't know if it's not a different way of thinking. Now, there's nobody superior. We are who we are. Our bodies are who our bodies are. I'm no god. I'm a 60-year-old man, 60-plus-year-old man. You guys are all the young ones, and you all look great. But
thank you.
I'm going to ask the ladies first. Let's do Carol. Are you totally comfortable being naked?
I'm totally comfortable.
Where are you from?
I'm originally Brazilian.
Did you grow up being around naked people?
No, at all. All my family is Christian. From
A Christian?
Yes, a Christian. So I have a restriction when I'm kid. So never naked, no shorts.
We have to ask, how old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
I'm 30.
So you're 30, you grew up Christian, but, Christians get naked too,
No, in my front, no allow for me. No even shorts,
Really?
Really, for real. When I moved to Europe, my mind is changing completely. No, when I grow up, teenager part, I'm moved to Spain, Italy.
You moved to Spain and Italy. Is it more open sexually, or is it more open nudity-wise?
Yes, more open nudity. More. When you go out from Brazil, my mind, boom, open. So I have a better confidence with myself to use whatever I want to use and go to the beaches, go to parties. And I love myself.
Angie, how old are you, Angie?
I'm also 30.
You're also 30. Where are you from?
I am from Dominican Republic. My family's from Dominican Republic. I'm a gringa, apparently, according to Carol.
You were born here in America.
I was born here.
And where were you born?
Yes, Beverly, Mass.
Massachusetts. Was it is your religious or something stopping you from being sexually, or?
I'm not religious, just my family isn't open like that, My lifestyle.
You seem very comfortable.
I'm super comfortable. I'm so comfortable with my skin. It's I'm so comfortable where it's if I make you uncomfortable, too bad.
Has it always been like that for you?
No, it has not always been that way. And I just recently started to love my body, and I don't ever want to look bad myself, my scars or anything like that.
Good for you. And when did that happen? Was there a turning moment?
There was, about 4 years ago.
Can you explain it, or?
At Secrets, right?
At Secrets, too, definitely.
Just to let our audience know,
Last
we are
week.
at Secrets. It's called Secrets Hideaway. It's in Kissimmee, Florida. and it is probably the #1 resort. We're going to talk to Mac here in a second of swingers club. I guess swingers environment, swingers groups, and swingers how do they call
Lifestyle?
it?
Yeah, lifestyle, but
lifestyle.
I mean more than that too. We have people that just come out here just to be nude, you know, just to sunbathe and to be open and have that freedom. So we have people that aren't necessarily swingers or just BDSM. We're sitting inside the dungeon right now.
We're in the dungeon, man. This is cool.
We're sitting inside the dungeon. So we have people of all different lifestyle that come here to do that.
I've been here multiple times myself. I mean, before we even knew this, the place or anybody here. And what I found, it's very respectful. It's nobody judges anybody. It's open and stuff of that nature. The rooms are real nice, and meaning like they're really like kind of theme rooms and stuff. If you want to do that kind of stuff. So, so what happened that you became so open?
I had a life-changing moment. I realized that why do I care what other people think about me when if I feel good and comfortable with myself, I don't need to care about what anybody else thinks.
But what happened? I mean, was it?
I can't, not gonna get into detail, but really what happened, let's say I stepped out. in my
Okay, I have a
relationship.
question for you on that. Just, because it's the kind of show of, you are comfortable in your own skin, which I
Yes.
think, listen, it's not easy to be. Some people can't, and they're always worried about what everybody else thinks, and you don't anymore. So whatever happened, if it was a negative, it
was a
really
negative.
turned into a
It
positive.
really turned into a positive where it's like, I can't live my life like that, like just throwing it to anybody. I need to value myself. So
And I love
negative
that.
really turned into a real big positive, and it's made me a much better person. Like, you would have met me 5 years ago, I was such an angry person. Like yesterday, I had a negative encounter with somebody outside that, I was just like, I'm not gonna let that affect me because there has to be something more to do with them, not me. I asked a question. The delivery that you gave me there was no reason for that. So I just let it go. 5 years ago, I wouldn't let that go. I would have pounced on that.
What about your experiences you had at Secrets we talked about earlier?
It was so comfortable, so liberating to be here and get naked and nobody just judges you. Nobody looks at you like that. I jumped into the pool and somebody was like, wow, if you jumped in so gracefully and beautiful, if everybody was as beautiful and gracefully as you, the world would be a better place. And I was like, stop. You just try to make me feel better. But it's true. It is true. I am beautiful, and I have to own that, with
I
the
love
scars,
it.
without the
There's
scars,
nothing,
and
more people
3
need to
kids.
hear that.
Like, I have 3
Yes.
kids. Who's to say I got 3 kids? You're gonna see me walking around. You wouldn't say that. So I love it. I love myself. Like, I will wear anything, and I tell my kids that. I have 2 daughters. I tell my daughter, you wear whatever you want, because they think that that's not the right thing to do.
Well,
That's-
most people don't get to that level in life.
Of life, yeah, of liberating, so liberating.
I'm going to go to the man in the room. We have Mac here. Mac's the general manager here at Secrets, ex-military man as well. Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your support.
And when did you decide, obviously, that or were you always open, and where you're from?
I'm from California. I was always open to it, but I wasn't in an environment where it was accepted, right? So when I did find what I like to call my tribe or my people, it was basically here at Secrets too. So I took a big step here when I went into the orgy room and I saw everybody expressing themselves and having fun. I was like, this is where I want to be. And so here I am, 15 years later, and now I'm working here.
Wait, you've been here 15 years ago?
It was open 12 years ago. So I was in lifestyle a couple years before that, but this was my first major. Everyone's open, nudity. Everyone's having a good time or whatever. So yeah, I came here when it just opened.
And you were in the
2012.
military, so you were out of the state, so you came back, and now you became the general manager.
Yes, I love it that much, man. And I put in a lot of work, a lot of hours to make sure that everyone's having a good time, everyone feels safe. We've got really good security here, so because we do have some assholes that need to be weeded out,
Absolutely.
right? So we have people here that we make sure that if they're not welcome here, that they're banned and not welcome to come back, because we want this to be a judge-free zone. We want people to be able to enjoy themselves and be able to be themselves here. That's what this is all about.
And it's funny. Do you obviously does your staff get trained on that, like seeing someone who's uncomfortable, kind of like helping them through something like that?
That was one of the first things that we wanted to make sure when I came on board, to make sure that they were having that training. If you see something, say something. Trust your gut. Let management kind of intervene and see if they're okay. Like we do have people. Well, our security will walk up to make sure that consent is given sometimes, and they give training on make sure they're not intrusive. Right, wait for to make sure you can catch eye with the guy, give him a thumbs up or whatever. You don't have to stop a scene.
Yeah,
so to
I don't want
speak.
somebody stops here. You okay? Yeah,
no,
get out of
you
here.
don't want none of that. But you can make eye contact if you see something that's wrong or something. You can is everything good? Yep. Okay, keep moving. Right. So yes, we do give some training on that. We make sure that people, if they see something wrong, that they should trust their gut and talk to the management.
I'm in the studio here. Well, this temporary studio. I got Nick right here. So, Nick, I'm going to ask you. You're naked here with us. I never see him naked, and not that I'm looking at him naked, but we're looking at everybody naked. It's not. Again, that doesn't.
My glance is over here to the right.
He's got the best view.
Mine is too. I'm not supposed to say that. So, hey, Nick, how you doing now? Only kidding.
How's your view, Nick?
Hey, Nick, how do you feel now? Remember we had a big discussion over this.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. They cheered me on when I was stripping, so
Yeah.
that made me feel more comfortable,
Go.
So other than that, yeah, I'm pretty comfortable. I didn't think I was going to be, but, the cheers worked, Cheers worked.
You're 26 years old, so when you look at it like that, Nick, do you, the lifestyle we're talking about,
I have no idea. Yeah, I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know where we were coming until... 9 o'clock.
Welcome to Secrets Out of Resort.
welcome
Now it's a real secret that came out.
It's a secret that
Nick,
came
just
out.
to let you guys know and the audience know, Nick, and he had to admit about a month ago on air, hey, I would never force anybody to do this. Obviously, are you going to do it because you have to be naked? I'll let you know. No, you got to let me know now. I got to bring somebody else. The whole work. And then he says, no, I'll do it, and and that was it. And he didn't chicken out, so to speak. He didn't do it. And it's not, I tell people, this lifestyle is not about judgment, at all. And I'm an older man. I'm glad because I only got a short life left, so to speak. And I look at nudity because I did some research on nudity. 56% of all people have skinny dipped. 15% are nudists. Did you know where the biggest nudist place is in the country?
I'm gonna go with Miami, but
Pasco County, right here, just a little bit north of us and west. It's about 20 miles west, north of Tampa, a little bit west. It's in Pasco County. It has the most nudist resorts, nudist, RVs and stuff like that. I actually am a member of AANR, which is Association of Nude Recreation, because I have I showed you the big bus. I do studio. And I'll go out and I'll go to nude places. Not often, but I just believe what they do. They, they're not promoting, what do you call it, raunchiness or
no, of course not.
negativity.
Yeah, that's not what this is about.
No, nudity is not like that.
Feel good.
The more we're sitting here, the more we all get comfortable.
Yeah.
And then you really could talk to a person because people think the first thing that happens with guys is, okay, they get naked. Up comes the dick. You're a hard-on. That's not what happened. Well, I'm old. Maybe, I don't know, younger guys. But no, it's obvious I don't see that. But I don't do women get aroused like that, or is it?
No.
A little bit.
I'm not gonna get aroused.
We all look. Let's face it. I don't care if you're a man in the gym.
I'm gonna look because my eyes wander.
Listen,
But
I use my sunglasses so bad.
I used my yesterday. I had my sunglasses while I was here. I'm like, babe, can you see where my eyes wandering?
No, of course you look here. It's beautiful.
I look, but I don't get aroused like that.
sometimes maybe good, sometimes bad.
No. What
I
you're saying
love
is
it.
correct, and I agree because a lot of people say, you're in a gym as a man. You look. It's just. It's not like
Yes.
It's a sexual thing. Hey, you look. It's
You
just,
look.
It's a man, woman.
Hey, we look with a guy with clothes on. Why not
Yeah.
look with them off?
Yes.
But I guess maybe it's just that when you're comfortable with who you are, nobody like you in the military.
Exactly.
You always looked. You always did. Listen, I was in prison and in the military, so it's just something that happens. And I never looked the sexuality wise. Listen, I'm a swinger, so I've been in situations that are what they are, and they're all okay. I really have no judgment. I told you I have my no asshole rule, and that's it in life. Don't be around assholes in any way, shape, or form. And I think Nick knows that. Even we talk to people who come in. If they're an asshole, I throw them out. I don't give a shit. If you're in our studio and you become an ass, get out. And we have the reason this show is called The Real Deal is because we have a big sign on it. When we do our shows, if anybody walked in, they're in on a show.
Right.
Literally. I mean, our mailman became famous because he was come in and drop my mail off. We're not naked, and I'm going to say, like that. This one, we made sure that, and I told you, if anybody wanted to come watch or any of them, they had to be naked. So everybody's at the same level. You don't want someone clothed thinking they're looking at you and, vice versa.
Of course.
And, I mean, it's just, it's a way. Nick, how do you feel on that?
What?
Wait, that's
a real answer, Nick.
Yeah, that is a real answer.
it.
Being naked now, are you
best
feeling more
answer.
comfortable? Were you worried about getting an erection? You're the young one in
I wasn't worried about getting an erection, not at all. No, but like I said, the cheers helped. So no, I'm feeling comfortable. I don't. Yeah, I made sure to place you underneath the table, so we're all good.
No, wow, that's good. My audience knows. Okay, let me get back. Sexuality-wise, we'll go with the women first. Are you straight, bi, curious? Well, there's a whole bunch of stuff. What
I'm
are
straight.
you? You're straight?
I'm comfortable with playing with girls, but I'm straight.
Okay.
I'm considered bi, but
You look at the husband.
I would call her
You look-
bi-selective.
You look like the husband.
Yeah,
She's
that's
listen, I
a
love it.
bi-selector,
Yeah. It depends.
I love it, man. But sometimes it's different.
I say that she's 90% dick and 10% pussy. Like
Yeah.
that's her ratio that I give her for most people.
Yeah.
Bi-selector.
Listen, I've been
a
in
good way to put
situations
it.
where you're in a group situation and things happen. I mean, and I don't look at it. You do one thing or anything. I always tell young people, try everything once.
Exactly.
Try everything once.
Yeah.
See what you like. If you don't, how do you know? How does somebody say
Exactly.
something?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
you don't
don't
like
like
it. How do you
it.
know? Tell me how you know.
Uh-huh.
Now, obviously, I'm not gonna, murder somebody. So I tried murder.
I don't like
That's
it.
just one
I
shot.
really-
A whole
be
different
careful
case.
with that one,
I
Nick.
knew I was following you up until that point.
To that point. What if I feel like
No.
Sexuality-wise, I understand. what you're
Yeah, I
saying.
mean,
okay.
do you bisex, straight? What are you?
No, I'm straight.
Straight. Now you're here. Obviously, this is a swingers club, correct? So there's everything that goes on here, correct? Guys,
Absolutely.
girls, everything. And is it
Especially
open?
Tuesdays. Tuesdays is
I
our
was here on
LGBT
a Tuesday. I didn't know I was here on a Tuesday until I came here.
I
was here on
want to see
Tuesday.
that.
I actually came in on a Tuesday
Gay
and I go,
Pride night?
what's going on here?
they get wild?
Listen,
And it
gay
was
I was
okay.
gonna
pride-
come
Don't
on
get me wrong.
Tuesday and I didn't come. I wish I would have.
Okay, next
came.
Tuesday we're here.
No, I came.
We're here next
Gay
Tuesday.
Pride Night is one of our most famous nights. Every Tuesday,
It's fun.
we have
It was.
a drag show at 10:30. We have some great people that come out. There's
Oh my God.
people playing in the playroom, doing things that I've.
Never imagined.
Yeah, that's a good word for it. Never imagined. Yeah, there's people in dog costumes and all kinds.
Ooh.
I love it. I want to see it.
Spicy.
It's a show.
What is
Spicy.
that?
It's spicy.
What did you say? There's what? A dog
People in
costume?
dog costumes and look, whatever people are into, that room turns into a
That.
yes,
I
it's
love
amazing.
it.
And
That
I
energy.
actually came here to. I
I
didn't
went
know it was
into
it. And we come in. He goes, "Oh, you're in the right night." And I go, "Okay, what do you mean?" And, I just don't. But I was at the bar, and I'm like, "No, there were girls here.
Now
though.
I get
There
it.
were women here."
There are a lot
so
of
I'm
couples
looking
here.
and I'm saying that women and guys, and but I saw a majority more men than women, and I go, "Okay." I figured that's normal. Most swingers clubs probably do have more men, don't they?
Here you have to have a membership, right? But Tuesdays is a complimentary membership, and it's only $10 to get in.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So it
You
makes
must
it more.
pack 'em in.
It makes it more accessible for men. It makes it more accessible for couples and stuff. And people come for the drag show. People come for that fun and that it's a different vibe. Gay people are a lot of fun.
Listen,
Yeah,
I
they
love
are.
hanging with
Yes,
gay
they
people.
are.
People know
Gay
that.
people are
I go to
a
the
lot
of fun.
Keys. You ever been to Keys? They have drag shows and stuff in
sure
Key
are.
West. And, I'll go down to Key West with friends and we go to the greatest, or you go anywhere and you go to a drag show. Gay, you're right, 100%. We want to, they don't give a
won't
crap.
have a
But I
bad
love
time.
and
Good
they tease and
time.
I have, and
I
I don't
love
care.
it.
'Cause
I
have fun.
remember,
I had one, I went to Cancun for my 60th birthday. And there were a couple of gay guys
Sounds like-
at the pool bar. In the pool, they had a bar in the pool. And let me just put it this way. We had so much fun with these guys, and they wanted to see some tattoo that I have somewhere.
Let me know. I want to see
Everybody wants to see the tattoo.
I will. But I could. No, I can't do it on here. Can I? Nick? Oh.
There you go.
Let me see.
Okay, for everybody who didn't see, there's a smiley face.
Oh, yeah. It's out.
It's happy.
It's out.
It's happy
Mac,
all
you
the
outed
time.
me.
It's happy.
You couldn't see it, but
I saw it, and it's happy.
It's a happy face.
It's a happy
Well,
face.
anyway, the gay guy, we had so much fun. I mean, and you're right, 100%. And I'm glad to see that there is that kind of stuff where everybody's comfortable. You know, do you ever have problems with, I guess, I hate to say rape or the police or anything like that here?
It's not very prevalent here by any means. There's a couple. If somebody touches, like as soon as somebody touches you, you should be able to say no and stop it, right? So those are the type of things that we kind of have. Is like, hey, that guy kind of touched me. He didn't ask for consent. So consent is beautiful. Consent is everything here. Before you do anything at a swingers resort, you should say, "Hey, can I touch you?
Yes.
Hey, can I,
Does that take the vibe out a little bit?
Not at all. At
I
first.
just came here the first time last week, and honestly, like it doesn't. I feel
This is your wait a
This is
minute.
my third time here.
But you said 4 years ago.
No. 4 years ago, I had the turnaround.
Okay. That was my bad. Okay.
So the first time I ever came to Secrets was last week, and I was so like at first the guy at the front was like, "All right, you're gonna see it all. Like there's gonna be sex, fuck, dicks, pussy, everything." I'm like, "Stop, you're being extra." And when I got in, like the first thing I seen was somebody getting head, and I was like, "Oh, I love it here." I'm like, I could do that on the poop. Yes, sign me
I
up.
actually was here with my girl and we had sex in the pool.
But
during the
like
day.
when people would come up, it's like, "Oh, can I touch?" And that didn't take anything out of it. I felt it was good. Like I'm glad you're acknowledging, that if I want to be touched or not.
But to answer your question, we take it very seriously here. So the
Definitely.
police are called if
Right.
need be. We treat it just like a sexual assault. Those people don't deserve to be here. So they'll get
course.
banned. They'll be taken out. We take it very serious. So I can't say that it's not ever going to happen because somebody does some inappropriate touching or something, but we want them to talk to security. We want them to talk to
Make it
management.
known.
Everybody here should feel 100% comfortable. And you should ask for consent here. And then after that, you're full forward. You're able to go move forward to do other things without, worrying about consent or getting in trouble or being banned or whatever.
No, I mean, again, I've been here multiple times, and every time I came here, I always, they make sure, I guess, I had the wristband on, and people were, what I like about most places like this, I want people to be ID'd at the front to get in.
Yep.
I don't want straight, just someone to give a false name and gets in here, and then something
every ID.
happens, and,
Right.
whether it's like a scam or something like that.
No ID, no entry.
Right.
Bring your IDs, folks.
But I also noticed they're very private or you keep confidentiality. This happened at your place, just to let you know. It was okay. I was at the place and I was recognized. Obviously, because I get recognized at some, airports and places. And I was out there and a guy goes, "Oh, you're Larry Lawton." And, I'm naked. I'm, getting out of the pool. My girl was in there. And I'm having a conversation with him, and I kept thinking, I don't know if that's good or bad, but I ended up saying to myself, I don't care. And nobody ever said anything online, he's there, or nobody took a picture or some stuff like that.
So out in the courtyards, we don't allow pictures. We have one section that's for pictures, so you can take it with the secret sign in the background, but there's nobody behind you. Right? We want people to promote secrets. We want people to know that they're here. If you choose to show the people that you're here, but if you're seen taking photos, security will go. They'll ask you to see your phone. They'll ask you to see your gallery. They'll ask you to delete it from your gallery and your deleted list. And if you refuse to show your phone, then you'll also be banned. We don't play that game.
Good for you.
nice.
I didn't know that. I'm
like
glad you
that.
said that because I didn't know who to ask even. I'm just, not that I just didn't know. I'm the kind of person who really don't care too much. But then again, I think you should. It's kind of weird when you're in certain positions.
But not only that, you have so many people that's in the background of these photos. We pack thousands of people in here. One selfie with all those people in the background. People are weird now. They start zooming in and getting
face
facial
recognition and all
No,
that kind
with
of
AI, it's so
But we don't-
easy
we don't
for
play that
everything.
game now.
Now, when I was here, is it like this? Do you have like naked nights or no? Is it
Every night's naked
It's
night.
always
so
naked.
people are always just naked?
There's people naked right behind us right now. Yes.
Well, I like
In
it
the other
here,
room,
but no, I
There's
get
people
that.
naked
No, I
right
didn't
here.
know because I do remember going in the pool, and then getting out of the pool, going to the bar naked, and
Are you asking if it's mandatory?
No, yeah, is it like
We don't have any. The only place that's mandatory that you're nude or in a towel is the playroom, because we don't want phones in there. We don't want smartwatches in there. People like to sneak things in. So that's the only place we say if you're gonna come in here, you have to be nude to be in here. Because I don't have security 100% in the playroom at all times. Because that's weird too. Somebody lurking over you.
yeah, I don't want that
Exactly,
either.
Yeah, nobody wants
Yeah.
that. So we do 15-minute roves, right? They walk through. We have to have somebody walk through there, but we don't allow you to be clothed inside the playroom.
I got okay, yeah, I do remember. And they had lockers there, which was nice
We have
too.
lockers,
You know,
yeah. We're
And-
building new lockers.
Ah,
a lot
see,
more.
these are things that I got to come back.
Yes.
But you know,
Right here.
a question on that. I've always been here with somebody. Can you come alone? Is this
You
a place?
can. The single male membership is quite steep, in my opinion. I think it's $200 or $169 for the month membership. And
What happens if you know the general manager? like right
And
now.
one kiss.
It's $169 for the membership, and that's I think it's
And one
$200
kiss.
for the entry fee. So it's quite steep for a single male. So definitely find a couple.
Find a friend.
Find a friend.
Or come on a Tuesday.
Or
Or
come
on
on
a Tuesday.
$10.
You can't beat that. You can't beat that.
Can't beat that.
Yeah.
And you do
Monday
see
night's karaoke night. It's kind of similar. I think it's $20 or something again.
That's not
Don't
bad.
quote me on the price, but Monday is really fun too. We have karaoke night,
Yes,
and that's
I like
also
it.
complimentary membership.
Is
But
it really the weekends that are very expensive?
No. It's $35 to get in.
Well, you
As a
said
couple.
it's steep for a single
As
male
a single male, yes, it's still steep. Yes.
on the weekends. But I
Yes.
mean, Monday night's $20 even for a single male.
No, there's a couple. You have to have a couple entry. There's a different price for single male. I don't have it memorized.
Right, no, that's all, no. I was we're just talking about nudity and being
Right.
comfortable. Because the more you get comfortable, the more you say, "Oh wow, this is
I want
crazy."
to go check this out.
Yeah,
go there,
I
yeah.
want people out there to understand. You know, when I thought about coming here to do the show, you know, we were going to do it in my studio,
Right.
and this to me was, especially when you said the dungeon. I knew about the dungeon, and we are in I guess a sex room, if you call them that. You know, crazy stuff. I have to assume you have a massive amount of cleaning supplies on hand.
Yes, there. We sanitize. You can see that's most of our cleaning station over there. We all have sanitized wipes and our
alcohol.
we do expect the guests to clean up after themselves, right? I want you to pick up your towels. I want you to sanitize yourself. Here's the area to do that. I don't expect my employees to stay on top of everyone, but we disinfect too. On top of that,
Do you supply condoms?
absolutely,
Oh, they're free if anybody wants condoms.
100%.
Yeah, I would assume they'd want
We
that.
want to promote safe sex. We
Right.
want people to be safe. Yes.
I mean, I look at my life. I've been around a block a lot and never had anything. Knock wood. And I don't ever want to get anything. You know, and it's not condom. I'm not a condom lover. Some people are, some aren't. And but I take medicines and stuff and whatever. Make sure they thing called prep. When I you know what that is? That's a
I
prep.
do not, but
I
I'm
do
a
not
condom, I'm a
too.
condom lover. I'm not taking no chances.
Yeah, well,
I've been
that's-
doing this for.
Yeah.
I've been swinging for 15 years. I haven't been hit with anything either.
Yeah.
And, no,
Don't plan on
lived,
it.
I've lived a good, fun, happy life. Thank
I
you,
just
wife.
I don't know. It's a sensitivity. It's a sensitivity with me. Maybe it's just you know. I mean, some people are comfortable
is.
and
It
some
is.
aren't, and that's okay. And I'm very upfront with that. You know, obviously, you know, talk. I always believed everything is about communications. You know, when you deal with a woman, you deal with a couple, you deal with anybody. You got to communicate what this is about, because
course.
if you do, then there's no gray area. You know, in my opinion, there's no gray area. I think anyway. All right. So, do you have any of you have kids?
I have 3.
You have 3 kids. What age?
13, 9, and 5.
Have they been exposed to the nude life?
No, they have not.
Are you okay with them to being exposed to?
When
the
they're of age.
not
yeah.
sexually. Believe
No,
I
no,
always
yeah,
want
of
to
course,
get that
no.
emphasized.
When they're of age.
Listen, I'm big time against
I mean,
that
I went
with
to
kids.
Colombia with them, and I brought them to where they party, where they don't got nude, but they got
Well, most overseas is
they
nude
got a lot
topless,
of
correct?
party. Yes,
Yeah.
there's a lot of
in
so
Spain, topless.
exactly. There's a lot of
everything.
topless. But I brought them,
Yeah.
and I'm like, listen, this is where it's at. This is where you party. This is where you get
Yeah.
hammered.
In
But
Spain,
the
we
in Spain
had.
is natural. It's
Now,
natural.
do you have kids?
I don't.
Do you have kids, Mac?
I have 2 girls.
How old? 2 girls.
15 and 17.
Wow.
Wow. Are they been exposed to the nude life?
Well, they know their dad's an author.
Have they read the book?
God, I hope not.
I hope so.
I know one of my youngest asked me if she could. I was like, no, baby, no. Why would you? No. You
Not at 15.
daddy.
Maybe
Not right now,
18.
not yet. Like, wait a couple years.
But I wouldn't say that they've been exposed, like I've taken them to a nude beach or anything. But they know about my lifestyle. They know what I'm into. Or they've been here at work. I've dropped them off, taking them other places. So, but I will say in Europe, when you go to a nude beach, there's 5-year-old kids next to you.
Away,
Right?
yes.
They're so comfortable.
Normal.
They're
very
fluent.
comfortable.
Normal with that.
Well, I'm glad to see that. Actually, I don't
good.
I don't think nudity should be such a taboo.
Right,
I
yes.
think that's what Europe believes too.
Yeah.
And I'm all for it. I don't like the uptight. Let me call it the religious nuts.
We are in the beach, like a naked beach, like a children's running, everything. I know some people have like a kind of dirty minds. People,
Me.
but I think no for the kids. I say, but it's saying like for they in Europe, they live the life fast. I think so free. I want to grow up like. My mom say, "Oh, you can't be there in that place, but be careful." No, cover me up like a burqa, just see my eyes. No,
Yeah, no.
no,
You're
look at
talking
me.
about that's Muslim faith. Did you know? Just to let you know, I doing research. The United States has 2 in the top 20 nude beaches in the world.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Number 1 nude beach in the world is in Miami. It's Hall Over Beach.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
And number
I wanna
20
go there.
is Playa Linda, which is right in my county where I live in Playa Linda.
I
Playa
thought
Linda?
of Cocoa
Where's
Beach
the
too, right?
playa?
It's in Cape Canaveral. It's called Playa Linda. It's in Titusville, really. It's near the Space Center, and it's actually people go there to watch the launch. And it's in there in the top 20 of beaches in the world. And Miami was number 1, and the only other one in Florida, or actually in the United States.
And now
was,
kids are allowed at these beaches?
Yes, absolutely. Matter of fact, you don't see it much. I also go to a beach called Blind Creek.
I don't know if I want to take my son to a nude beach. He's an ass man.
No, I've been to a nude beach. It's called Blind Creek. It's over in Fort Pierce area and Port St. Lucie, Fort Pierce area. And it's just a nice beach. I'll take sometimes the RV, go there, and you don't see kids much, but I mean, obviously, it's not like a sexual thing or anything like that.
Yeah, it's just for be free.
It's something about being free. Us sitting here, my boss sitting on the chair. and
I'm going to hand you a disinfectant wipe after this.
Thank you. No, it's really, Nick, do you feel liberated?
What's liberated?
You know what I mean. What I mean by, are you okay being naked?
Yeah, I don't know how many times you got to ask me this. I'm totally fine right now.
Loves it.
Yeah,
Love
I'm
it.
totally
I'll
right.
ask this. How about this? What do you think people can do to get over
The
feeling
phobia,
the phobia of being nude in front of other people? Because I was doing some research before this, I'll warn you, because I have an answer in my head, but
Okay.
I'm curious to see what you
I
think.
think having more mirrors around and seeing yourself naked. I don't think people see their self naked a lot.
Okay.
So I think mirrors.
I think
That's
so
true.
too.
You know?
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
And they love it themselves.
Once you
love
start getting
every
comfortable
part.
with
You know,
yourself?
you're so true you say that because I was standing in the mirror naked and I'm just like, damn, my God.
Baby,
Good.
look
Yes.
at this.
Well, when I look in the mirror, I say,
And it's
no
true.
way.
I've never looked
I
in the mirror
gotta
enough
lose
to be
weight.
like,
That's my first thing.
See, at first I used to say that a few years back, but now the weight is gone. So now I'm like admiring it. Like, wow, I
But
never
what
thought I
I-
was gonna wear a 2-piece again.
I'd like to express this, that when you go to nude beaches or nude places,
There's everything.
you realize there is everybody, if you know what I mean. And I don't feel, I've been to enough of them that say, okay, I'm not, again, there's always someone with a bigger penis than you, always someone with a better body. I often tell this with women in the swinging game, you can never look at it. The person loves you for they love you. Because there's always going to be someone with a bigger penis, always someone with better lover, always someone better looking, always someone with more money. She's not with you for that reason. She's with you because she loves you, and there's a lot deeper reasons. Because don't ever do it. Because when friends of mine will ask me, they go, "Hey, Larry, you're a swinger, and what do you?" I said, "Listen." They go, "Hey, should I try it with my old lady?" I ask them one question: are you okay with a guy giving your woman the best orgasm she ever had? She's gonna go crazy, scream. She's gonna think you'll never like you. And if he goes, What? I said, don't go.
Don't
If
do
he
it.
even says, what? Don't go. Because it's going to happen. And once you realize that the woman is not there for that. See, I'm not a big believer in cheating. I never had to cheat on my wives because we were open. Now, obviously, when I look at that and I say, listen, who am I coming home to? You know, that's what counts. Who's going to take care of me when I'm sick? Who's going to do the things that some, chicks, want for your money or
Yeah.
whatever you want?
I have a different perspective on that. I would want to encourage people not to go, especially like to a place like this, because I think everyone's on a different path.
You want to encourage them not to go?
I don't want to encourage them not to go.
Oh.
So if they're able to give my wife the best orgasm of her life, and I'm not ready for that, I could be ready for other things, right? I could be ready for my wife to please somebody, or I could be ready for my wife could be ready for me to do. I think everybody's on a different path on where they're going, and coming here starts that path. So I don't want to encourage them not to go. Come, enjoy the people that are around. You don't have to play. There's no mandate to come to Secrets and play with anybody. But you enjoy the vibes, the atmosphere. You meet new people. You meet like-minded people. You can enjoy the club. You can watch it here in the dungeon. Like there's other things for you to do besides have your wife have the best orgasm of life by somebody else that comes in, right?
What I meant by that really was not that if they think the jealousy can come and hit
they
them.
jealous.
And I don't have that bone in my body.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, some people do,
Right.
and then it starts.
I was in the beginning.
It starts a whole new thing,
We all
and that
like
I don't want them to have to think like that.
Right.
Go there for the right reason.
Exactly.
Go there to experience
go with
something new. You
expectations.
might not like it, and that's okay too.
Exactly.
Then at least you tried it. You did something.
You
And
can say you did it.
I want to get back to the question. What do you think would help people get over being naked in front of other people?
Nick said mirrors. I'm going to say communications.
Okay.
I think they have to see other people like them, whether it's a heavy woman, whether it's a heavy man, or it's again, everybody has everything. When you see and realize somehow, if you look at real nudist places, they don't put the perfect body on that thing, because let's face it, that's the rarity.
Part of the article that I read did say something about that. They wanted you to print out people with like the same body type as yours and put it on the mirror. Like this is like this, so you can see that it's not just you. Like you should be able to accept yourself. Yep. So
I think that's a big thing. Ladies, what do you say would
I
be?
feel like you have to accept yourself first to be able to be naked in front of somebody else.
That's what happened to you?
That's exactly what
obviously.
happened to me.
Were you one of those people like, I'd never go, one of those?
I wasn't one of those people. Actually, I was always, like, I'll try it out. I'm not gonna be ignorant because I don't know about it. Like you said, if you don't know something, I can't. I'm gonna do that. And then I started doing it, and I'm like, wow, this is liberating. It feels so good. It feels comfortable.
And
Like I don't have to have any clothes on. I can literally walk as I came in this world.
but again, are you just? Oh, here's a good question. Are any of you sex addicts?
Man, I like sex.
No, you like sex.
Does that make
doesn't
me
make
an
you a
addict?
sex addict. Are you?
Sex addict, no, but I love sex.
Love sex.
I
Mac?
don't want
My
to call it
husband is.
addiction.
yeah, I'm self-proclaimed.
Yes.
You are. I read, like I said, the first 6 chapters,
Yes.
and I don't know. Only you could tell us that. I don't see it. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't know what you've
chapter
done.
6. Calm
Right.
down.
Okay. Uh-oh.
You haven't got
Nick?
that far.
What about you? Not at all. Okay.
But I like us.
we
I
need
look
to
at
get
this-
the young
but
up,
like-
young to be more crazy.
I look
Yeah.
at I
Right?
look at sex addiction the same as you do like a gambling addiction, right? If you love something so much that it's taken away from your family, it's taken away from your finances, and I saw some
love.
people that were saying sex addict isn't a thing because it doesn't ignite the same sensors as what drugs does or whatever.
Oh, I disagree.
That's not true.
Absolutely. Well,
Yes.
that's what I heard on some of the things. They were like, well, if we showed people pornography and their part of their brain didn't light up the same as I was like, you can't show me pornogaphy to
Yeah,
save my
it's
life.
not
That
like
doesn't do anything for me as a sex addict.
Because you'll pass that.
I'm way past that, right? So, but if it's to the point where I lost my first marriage, I don't get to see my kids.
Was
as
it over
often.
sex?
For the I mean, yes. For the
Are you
most
blaming
part.
sex or was it something else? I got to call you to that.
No, you can call me to it. It finally ended because I had orders to go somewhere else and she didn't want to come with me. But it all spiraled from lifestyle, and she had a girlfriend, I had a girlfriend, or I wasn't satisfied. I wanted more. I wanted to know what more was. I knew that there was more out there. I started studying. I wanted to be the best at sex, and I'm still on a path where I'm trying to make sure that my wife is comfortable with my sex addiction, because I know she looks at me like, not again. Fuck,
No.
it's
See,
the
but
fifth time today. Calm down,
Mac. I got to push back on that, because when you say it, obviously people break up for different reasons.
Right.
Most of it's compatibility, meaning if you both people want different things at the end, how you get this one day, but you have two different paths you're going on, you're not going to make it. Usually it's three things: it's communications, it's sex, and it's finances.
Yep.
So if you're just not on the same level sexuality-wise, some people are not high-energy sex. I could never be with a person like that. I have to have somebody who wants it and does. Can we use toys? Can we do different things?
Right.
Because I'm getting that age, where you think just don't. I mean, they work great, knock wood, but you know what I'm saying. So you could have been that instead. You're calling it a sex addiction.
For me, it could have been. What the downward spiral for my first marriage was I was getting head. I took a couple steps back, and I wanted her to crawl to me or something, and she refused. And
that could just be wanting to, you want to be a dominant for one time, or
and
a lot of
actually,
things.
it could have been anything, but that I didn't necessarily have to be a swinger at the time, right? I just wanted to do something. It was boring. I was not having the sex that I wanted. And I ended up finding somebody that was with the shits, and she was satisfying every need that I had. We were going to parties, and my wife wanted a part of it. Then I was having some amazing sex, and
I don't know if it's a sex addiction or it's just not a sex compatibility. That's all I'm saying.
No, I got you, but I wanted it always. I wanted it to the point of that it was something that I had to have, like just put it in my veins, give it to me now. Like I wanted it all the time. It doesn't turn off.
I'm just confused on why you have to keep. I don't know why you're just saying it's not like
Well,
he's saying
I'm
it
a
is.
sex addict.
He's okay. Then maybe you are.
Maybe I am a sex addict.
I
love sex. I like it all the time.
All the time.
Whether I masturbate or whatever.
Because you're projecting.
I would-
You're
Yeah,
the
maybe
sex
because I
addict.
masturbate, whatever. Maybe I am projecting.
I put things before my family that I shouldn't have. You know what I'm saying?
For sex.
For sex. I should have been at home a lot more than I was at the time. And I wasn't, because I was on that high. I was on that
You wanted to
life
catch that high.
But you didn't want to be. I mean, are you going to do things like I'm at that level? I don't do things I don't want to do, right? I mean, I don't mean like, listen. We all have responsibilities. I mean, my responsibility. If I'm going to be here, I'm going to be here. I'm going to do something. I'm going to do something. I'm going to write a book. I'm going to do whatever we do. We're going to do. So what stops you from doing those things might be your thing. I don't let it. Yes, I will have fun and then go afterwards have sex. I don't know if it's an addiction or it's something I like to do. And it's not like sex costs you a lot of money. It's not like, okay, I have a gambling addiction.
But it
I don't have
could.
money in the bank, so I
You had
can't
to.
gamble. What?
You had to pay for it. It could.
If you had to pay for it, it might cost you a lot of money.
Well,
When it comes
Or if
free,
you're
though, it's
missing
cool.
work, if it's actually you're missing work because of it, you're just sitting on.
I would
don't know.
rearrange my
you know?
entire
Yeah.
staff schedule at work so that I could go on a date with my girlfriend. I would do whatever I could to get. We'd do night training. I'd move a whole schedule so that we can go tonight, and I could go sneak off and do what I want to do during the day. Like I'm always feel like I'm chasing a high. So I have to catch myself now and realize that type of person that I was, so that I'm not doing those things with my wife now, because I want to have those open.
But
relationships.
addiction, obviously, I did a lot of study on addiction. Addiction has to do with a gene. And if you have an addictive gene, you might then stop sex and go to drugs, or stop sex and go to gambling, or
addictive
stop sex and go to, addiction. But a lot of people don't understand some addictions. Most successful people are addicts. You take a Bill Gates, you take a Elon Musk, they're addicted to work. They just challenge their addiction to a way to look at the hours they work. I know I am an addict. I have that part of me. I work so much.
In that same sense, I would agree that I think we're on the same page. That if he can do that with work, I can have that same idea or concept for sex.
Sure, but to me, when you call yourself an addict like that, I never hear them say, "Well, Elon Musk say I'm an addict." I hear him say, "You might workaholic or whatever
I'm
it
just
is."
using the same analogy.
No. Again, no. You're right. What I'm getting at is, if it's not bothering you, like if it is bothering you other parts of your life, then that's a problem.
And I'm telling you, it was. My
Okay,
whole
good
marriage
enough.
was going down the drain. My kids were sacrificing.
I can't help you at this point. You're going in circles. He's telling you it is, and you're telling him. Yeah, I think that's
You're
where.
an addict.
I think that's
step
where.
is to admit it.
Larry's
I
an
just
addict.
haven't
admitted I'm an addict.
I just haven't got to the second step yet. I don't.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
admitted it, but I haven't got.
You
to
haven't
the-
confronted
I haven't
everybody that you had
confronted
fucking
Yeah,
sex
I
with.
didn't go back
The
and
first step
apologize
is
for
to
shit.
come to
You know what's funny? We're sitting
Maybe
here.
you don't feel like you have to apologize.
No, that's just part of the 12-step program.
Yeah, I'm not into the 12-step program. You know, listen, I did opioids for 10 years. 10 years, I took 180 milligrams of opioid. I have a crushed spine. Never got high on them. Never did any of them. I got them off when I wanted. I started smoking pot and different things. Just wanted to change my body around. So I got off them. No rehabs, no this, nothing. Weaned myself, stopped. My own strength, brain, and did. So I think you can do whatever you want, obviously. But what I was really thinking, I was just sitting here, we're all talking, laughing. I don't even know you was naked anymore. I mean, I'm not feeling like, oh, you know, obviously I see what I see.
I see what I see.
I see what I see, and it's nice. These girls are
you cuss
very
me?
healthy, and and I look at that, and it's just I'm glad to see that, because when we decided to do a naked podcast and talk about nudity, talk about nude beaches, talk about how people become comfortable in their own skin, that is why you can be a nudist and not into sex too.
No, absolutely.
You know, do you get people that come to this place, Mac?
All the time.
And
Just want to sunbathe nude, just want to be by the pool. And
are they
listen to
voyeurs?
music.
Voyeurs? No, voyeur. I mean,
There's
voyeurs
some-
are they?
I mean, they're not, those aren't the same either. Like, you can have just people that want to be nude and some people that are voyeurs, yes.
Yeah. And everything's welcome.
Yes.
And
I mean,
obvious-
there's a very thin line between voyeur and creep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you can't
For real.
as soon as you cross that line, you're being asked to leave.
Yes.
But like, it's not. You don't just sit there and stare at somebody like, oh my god. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
So
gosh.
yes, there are voyeurs,
See, this
but
is where the
there's
sunglasses come in handy.
but there's a respect level that comes with that as well. Yes.
You know, you said something about porn, because I like porn. That's just some people like it, some people don't. And I do find that I get in these modes, different kinds. Like whether it's masturbation, whether it's just I don't know if it's my brain just wanting to try different things in life. And I don't know, when you get older, I think you start looking at life in that little different way. As like, what the fuck? I mean, how long do you have left to try
I think that's
something?
what's so amazing about sex in general, because there's so many different levels. There's always something new to learn, whether it's BDSM, tantra, spiritual, regular sex, positions, different spots in the vagina or the pussy to make girls come. There's just
G-spots.
G-spots. There's just A spots, P spots. There's
Absolutely.
There's so many different things to learn about sex, and I think it's so fascinating. And that just it sparked my curiosity those many moons ago. And you can find all books on it. You can study it until your heart's content, and you'll never stop learning.
Do you think you got a job here because you're a sex addict?
I think I got a job here because of, in a weird way, yes, because that spawned my group, that spawned my promotion, that spawned my following, my book sales, my who I am as Max Styles. So yes, if it wasn't for that, I would have never done all those things to be able to be known to be working here.
And do you think it's healthy, though? If you have a sex addiction, you're working in a sex place, somewhat, if you want to call it that.
I've got it under control now to where I'm a
Recovering addict?
recovering out. It doesn't turn off, right? But I'm not out. I'm
Got
not
it
out.
handled.
I know the rules and
Well,
regulations
maybe it
here
even
too.
helps. Maybe
What's
it
that?
even helps because you're around it 24/7.
Exactly, yes.
Maybe it even helps.
That
I don't
is
know.
very possible.
I
That's
don't
very
know.
possible. I am around it 24/7. I'm not a
No, it's like you
fiend
feel
where
like
I'm
maybe
like,
you don't need to feed it so much.
You don't have to like sneak off.
Well,
Maybe. I don't know.
I can't
Maybe.
do anything.
I
I
don't
can't
know.
play here. There's no playing here, right? So for me, it makes it not hard for me, but I knew that coming into the job. You don't want the manager to be having sex at the property, because that's just a Facebook post waiting to happen where the staff's having sex with
that's-
everybody.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that. I agreed with you. When you said that, I totally 100%.
Yeah,
That's
so-
like in my company. I don't do certain things. Staff is staff, and that's
Right.
it. I
So
agree with that.
it makes it fun that I'm here. My wife has been very understanding of what I have going on in my own head, I
Carol,
guess.
you're the wife. Do you work here? You said
No, I don't.
you don't. So
I don't.
do you like to come here?
I just come to party.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, you must get a discount too.
Of
She better.
No.
And Angie,
Single
and
female
you just
price,
started
$15.
coming more.
I just started definitely like I'm like this is my playground now. Where we going? Secrets.
Do you live far?
I live 12 minutes away. I ain't got.
Oh wow!
I can run
That
over
would
here.
took
I'll
us
take a
an
nice
hour.
little jog.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean obviously, I think is there other secrets?
No.
Okay, no, I
No.
you know what I meant. I meant like this. And does the owner of this place have other facilities?
He's opening another one that's going to be. It's supposed to come online. So we have one in the prospects. It's called Dulce de Vida, but it's going to be more of a mild side. This is going to be the wild side. So there won't be a whole bunch of nudity, just kind of sexually charged energy and stuff over there.
I don't know what that means. To be
It
honest.
means adult
Do you?
only. It means adult only concept. EDM music, concerts, but with some sexual energy. We have part of our other stuff over there. Some of the I don't know if I'm able to say what he owns or whatever.
No, that's okay. I didn't mean. I just it's hard for me to go to do that line. If I'm at an EDM I don't know on acid and I want to fuck. I'm
Yeah,
gonna fuck.
The problem here, not a problem. That might be the wrong words. The situation here is you have some people that aren't ready for secrets. Right, so you walk past those doors and you see the blowjobs, you see the people having sex. That's a slam. That's a
Slam
blow in
dunk.
your face, right?
Oh, here.
Here,
Here,
yes.
Of course, of the windows. You mean?
Well, no, I'm just saying. As soon as you open the back door to go into the pool area, you see everything.
some-
Like and that's a lot for some people at first, right? They want to dip their toe in. They're not really ready to jump in the deep end.
So the other place like a dip of toe.
So the other places like a dip in the toe. This is Dulce de Vida. This is this is part of Secrets, right? So we're able to promote Secrets. Like if you want more, you can come here. This is more of the wild side, the more of the because we lose some business people that might want to come in and they're just like this is way too much for me. I can't handle this.
I see the concept. I just don't. I don't know how you cut that line so thin, compared to any other club that I go to. Like I go out to clubs. I've been to gay clubs. I've been to straight clubs. I've been everywhere. And I mean, if you're with a girl on a dance floor and you're dancing with her, you can be a little bit risque in any club. It's not like I don't see kids in clubs because they're not under 21. Obviously, it's a 21 and over. All clubs that serve alcohol. And listen, I just don't know what you're going to do in that middle fine line to make it a little bit more risque than a regular club.
Yeah, I think the idea, the concept is to open that up to be able to advertise for Secrets, to get them the idea flowing of what we are and what we're trying to become.
100%. I mean, obviously, everything is advertising.
I think it's advertising. I think we're going to open this type of club to promote this club so that they can get used to and go over there. So we'll gather our own audience that might not be lifestyle but are curious about it, and then we'll be able to educate them there to bring them here.
Is it close by? Will it be close
30
by?
minutes. Yeah.
Oh, that's not that bad. Because people do, every time I've been here, I've talked to people. I talk to people at the bar and stuff. And they come from, Tallahassee, all over, even
Tampa.
Georgia.
I met
All
someone
over
from
the
Tampa.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. But I mean, even just like regular, I ask them how long you've been here. Oh, I come every month, once a month, and I go, and I get it. I totally loved it. That's why I thought about even getting one of those,
Condos?
if you want to call them that. That's what they call them, condos. And, I don't know if it's, something I'd be there so much just because my travel schedule. I mean, if I
The
travel.
good part about it is you just make money when you're not here.
Yeah, that is. I thought. Believe me, I thought about it. I mean, it's a place to put some cash. But anyway, a couple other things before we close. Where do you see yourself in? Let's say, are you going to be in the lifestyle deeper, or do you want to experiment more, stuff of that
I
nature?
do definitely. I actually just heard about the Temptations Resort. I definitely want to.
Where's that?
Explore more. There's one in Cancun and there's actually one in Dominican Republic.
Oh, okay, yeah. I go to
plan on
Playa
going to-
Mujeres, and they're kind of like that.
So I plan on going there. Definitely want to explore more. This is definitely like a throw.
Have you
throw
been
with
to
the
hedonism?
sharks. No, this is the first place I've ever been
You
to.
ever hear of hedonism? Hedonism is the original, and that's in
your lifestyle.
that's in Jamaica. If you want to
In
know, it's in
Jamaica.
Jamaica, and it's very secure. and
Hedonism.
It's
Yeah,
called
we're
heat.
going back. Our trip to hedonism is the end of August. No,
For July.
the end of June to July. July,
nice.
Good
July
for you.
6th.
Yeah, so you've been there. You like it.
We do group travel there.
Yeah.
cool.
The whole. You mean
it's like
the
this time?
secrets?
I am the. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
We have some group travel there that comes.
So you guys get discounts for the whole group and all that. Do you advertise it?
I do. Yes. I have my own group travel with there. Yeah.
I might have to come on that. We'll really do it
Yes,
right.
I want to go.
That
now.
year was crazy. It was
Oh,
amazing.
So I did my retirement ceremony.
Oh, and they
Hedonism.
hit us.
On that stage.
Retired chief.
Retired chief on the hedonism stage. I got to
Nice.
show you pictures after this, knowing that you're Coast Guard now. That I had my flag girls were in just bikinis, right? And they had
All
their
bikinis.
flags. Oh my God, what are
I have
the
a friend's flag.
side
March.
boys? All my side boys were girls with their asses out. And their
I love
titties
it.
out.
I bet your chief initiation was hell.
Oh, it's
My
definitely-
chief initiation was hell. It wasn't Gitmo. My chief initiation.
Because you know they when I was in, they were all my
Oh,
buddies.
I'm sure yours was.
All of my buddies, I didn't
Oh,
make
you didn't make it.
I didn't make it, but my buddies are all. I have 3 friends that retired as MCMs, Master Chiefs, for 30 years. Most of them, 3 of them, and we all were together going up. And I got hurt, and and we're still friends to this day.
That's awesome.
And we
Definitely gonna
meet,
look that up,
and
'cause I'm
yeah,
going.
Yeah,
MCM.
let's
So
go.
you see
Come with
yourself?
us.
Where do you
Come
see
with-
yourself?
come with us.
You're gonna stay in a lifestyle, do what you're doing, and you're happily married.
Yes, I am happy married. I have a nice lifestyle.
She's got a great attitude. Both you
love
girls
her.
got
I
great
love like
attitude.
her.
Good smile.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit, but I'm still learning. I'm the new one.
New,
I'm just
know.
a baby. I'm just a
So
baby.
she's been lifestyle. Maybe
yeah, 4
4
years,
5 years.
4 or
yeah.
5 years. Então, some things I'm still learning. I'm still
exploring.
I love it.
exploring. So,
All right, Mac. Where are you at? Now we talked a lot. I enjoyed it, and I hope I didn't offend you anyway about the
No,
addiction.
no. I think it's good conversation. People,
Mac doesn't look like he
I want people
offends
to
easy.
understand. No, I definitely don't. I'm not offended easy, but I want people to understand. So if people have questions, there's no such thing as dumb questions, right? That amount of time, I would like to own my own resort or my own small hotel. So that's kind of my end. If show me yourself, I'll show you your friends, right? So I love the owner of this place. I'm loyal. I want to show my loyalty. I want to show that I can do this. It's a whole different world from military to running a swingers resort. But I'm up for the challenge, and I would like to do this myself with the backing of Secrets, right? Because they've been in the game a lot longer than I have, and if I could own my own and have that support from this establishment, then I would do everything I could to partner with them.
Well, you were a chief, so you were a leader, so you're organized. I mean, I always look at that as a military person myself. I was always organized, and I think that helped me, even though, I spent 8 years before I got hurt, and that was the best. It helped me a lot in organization, discipline, certain things. Obviously, you're 20 years and you did a lot to yourself, so I think that's important.
Right.
Nick, you ain't getting away with this one, Nick. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Any of this? Doing what? Anything?
I don't know.
Nick's a
Probably,
nudist
I know
now.
I'm going to text my
Are you a
mom.
nudist now, Nick?
I'm going to text my mom and tell her not to watch the podcast. I know I'm going to do that, but in 5
Please,
years,
Mom,
I don't know.
watch this one.
I don't know. I have no idea.
You have no idea. Have you been thinking about it during this? What's going through your mind?
Would you ever
during the
explore
show?
this?
I don't know. I just keep thinking of Saints Row 3, the video game. It's like the most I've been exposed to this.
What?
So
What did he even just say?
no, I know. I don't understand the term
We
repeat,
don't know
please.
what you said. Can you explain?
Speak
that?
English, please.
Yes.
So you guys know what GTA is?
Yes,
So
now
it's
we
like
know.
it's like a knockoff GTA.
Okay.
And in one of the missions, you go and you pull a heist in like somewhere like this. Yeah. And there's like you walk in and there's like hammer dildos on the walls and shit. Like,
I never saw that.
no, it's literally just
the
like
right
this.
place.
It's just like this room,
It's just like
except
the
it's all
dungeon.
it's all purple
Oh,
instead of
cool.
red.
Oh God. Okay.
Wow.
I don't know that.
That was the
Video
best.
game.
That's
So the
the
most
best.
you've been exposed to a video game doing
Yeah,
it?
like rooms like this. Yeah.
I love it.
Well,
I don't know what else to say, guys.
Cherry,
I
guys.
got you.
I'm looking at the 2 girls. There's a virgin to go get.
Fresh meat.
Sweet, there's a virgin. When we close, we're
I'm a
gonna
rebel.
get Nick in that cage right behind us.
No. You see the cage behind you?
That's the case he's going in.
Oh, they want you in that.
That's the one
cage.
he's going in.
What the fuck is that?
That's where you're going.
Yes.
Is that where the puppies go?
No. Well,
Yeah.
depending on what you call
No.
puppies.
Do you want to?
I couldn't fit in that cage.
Oh, I get you in there.
No, we'll get you in there. I don't know if we'll get you out.
I don't know
You'll
if I'll
be too
get out.
tired
That's
out.
the problem.
Yeah.
But I had a lot of fun doing this. This is that
It was
200.
fun. I
Thank
loved
you
it.
very,
Thank you
very
for
much,
having
Mac,
me.
Thank you
for
for
opening up
having us.
secrets to us to do this podcast. We'll talk about that. I definitely want to do your book. Mac has a book called Sex, Chicken, and Cocoa Butter by Mac Styles. I'm into 6 chapters already, and I'm going to listen to the rest, and thank you. It's very interesting because it's kind of like me in its own way with sex-wise, and I love it.
It's definitely wild. You know, chapter 2, he's like, "Oh, this is getting good." I was like, "Shit, this is getting wild,
Yes.
dude." I
He was
like,
laughing,
"This is
smiling, ear to ear.
It's got amazing Amazon reviews. I'm so grateful for the people that support me and support the book because it is definitely a what not to do book. I made a lot of mistakes.
So far, I haven't seen that. I'm liking it.
Well, I'm saying as far as the mistakes I made,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So the not
Yes.
communicating, I was miserable. I was so
Definitely
miserable. I
taking
should
that
have
with
done a
me.
lot of things for my wife that I just wasn't at the time. I take a lot of blame for myself. So it's a what not to do book. It's not a how to book.
But you do live and learn, and we're going to talk. We're going to get you on my show
Right.
at my studio one day, and we'll really go deep dive on it. I'd like that. Ladies, very much. You're
Thank
you.
you.
We're all.
Thank
We
you.
forget you're in the
Thank you so
skin.
much,
I am.
baby.
Angie, thank you very much. 230-year-old
having
beautiful
me.
woman, young lady from Spain. She says we're all
Brazil.
we're all
Exotic.
we're all
Super
whatever.
exotic.
Obrigado, obrigado.
What?
Say means thank in
Oh,
Portuguese.
gracias.
De nada,
Yo
de
hablo
nada.
español todo de 11 años prisión, habla todo el día. Yo
Oh.
estoy
Yo
aprendiendo
hablo
todo el día.
Muy bien, me encanta
Pero tú estás hablando
eso.
español, no portugués.
Ahora, sí, I speak Portuguese too.
Yeah,
in
see,
Brazil.
no,
Tem que falar
I call
obrigado.
Spanglish. Thank you very much,
Obrigado.
Carol
Thank
and
you.
Angie and Mac. Nick, thanks again. I'm glad you came.
Thank you.
Hit her up, and everybody, please make good choices, and I'll see you on the next podcast.
It's the greatest find yet. Nothing compares to it.
But it's definitely something you should hear.
This is The Real Deal with Larry Lawton.